Hello there, I'm Grant, and this is my fully functioning MAM version 1. I'm going to be making a second version, but I thought I'd give you guys a tour of my first version. So let's start with the brain, the main thing that sends the signals everywhere. So we have the transmission that's getting the operator shape. It is unstacking it into each level. This is always going to be the bottom level, then up to the top, as you can see right here. Oh, I'm sorry, this top to the bottom. And those get transmitted to each of these 4 levels. What happens here is this gets transmitted here on each of these levels, and then we take the signal and I just run it along each of these platforms up, and then I send 2 signals out. I send one that is the shape that is colored, so we'll send if it is color, it will send it. If there is and this is also the corner, so this is like what corner is this? This is the top. I think this is the top corner. Oh, I can see it right here. No, it's the bottom right. But anyway, so and then you get another signal that is uncolored. The reason I send both signals is because this uncolored signal just first grabs the shape that we need. Let's see, here it is. Because these shapes are all uncolored, it needs to be an uncolored shape to match what this feeder is saying. And then I also, right here, it's checking it again just to make sure that I can clear this line here. So any of these leftover shapes are in the line. When this switches, it'll just clear it out, and it does it on all these platforms, and this is the last one. And then it'll color it from the other signal that's sent through that has the color. Obviously this doesn't have color. Let's just look for one that has color. Here it is. This is a color here, and so what will happen, where's the white? The white's the last one. There you go. So say, oh, there's white. Let's send it over. Boom, boom, boom. And then I do one final check to make sure it's the right color, and this will drain any of the extra shapes and delete them, which is good. This is where it divides quarter. It's just using a simple cutter and rotate function, so you get all of them going to the top left here or wherever shapes it are. Why is this one not moving? Oh, I see what's moving, because we are just waiting on these right here. They're coming in. I must have just replaced it with a new shape. It has been a while since I played. Anyway, this is just double checking again. This is Trasher. Same thing right here. Checking it against the halves, because these are now halves. And then this is I forgot to mention, this is a combiner. Same thing as up here, same one. I definitely want to clean this up in my next version, because it looks so chaotic. But, well, that also takes a while. But just to help you guys understand, basically what comes in, we have each of these being either routed or not routed, depending on if there is, it's saying, okay, if there's any other shape on this half, if there's either just one, it'll route through the one that's being routed through. If there are both, then I'll go through and do the combining function. So you can see here, it's combining, so it's jumping over here, here. This comes in on this side, and it comes in, combines with this other side that is coming in all the way. Follow this one. Here, jumps, goes here, jumps in. You know, so it's a lot of jumpers here, a little chaotic, but get the idea. Combines it, and you end up with this result. I think this was the cleanest part of this whole build right here. Everything else is a little chaotic. Anyway, same thing again, except now you end up with the full shape for the layer. And again, this is another checker, just make sure it's correct. So it's pretty easy because it's just the full layer. And then I have this is taking the full shape here from the operator shape. I just like that little displays here showing that. And then it unstacks it and then injects, okay, are these both there? And if they are, then we'll go through into the stacker. And here it comes. Look at that. We are making the shape. Then I'll come down, do one last final check to clear out, because there's residual stuff in here that happens every time. And you just have to clean out the junk before it loads up into here. And then once this is sent off, we'll see how much do I have left. Alright, it'll be the first shipment. They'll make the delivery package, and this is just sent off. And depending how far away you are from your hub, which is pretty close, I'm going to make one that's like right next to it. The time for switchover rate, switching from a new shape, is faster. Yes, you can see. There we go. Just got that, so I'm going to need another few deliveries. And I put in 2 trains because I think that it's enough those that I think, although they come right in after each other, but I could just respawn this one. There we go. I'll give them a little more spacing. Or not. That was fast. I guess I just won't mess with it. Oh yeah. And so before each of these, I realized that this whole belt can be full of junk. So I moved this all the way down into this one to check against each layer. So again, it's the same thing kind of what's happening over here. It's just a junker. If it's not the correct shape, it'll junk it. Same thing here on the next layer. You don't need this stacker skipper for the top layer because it is always on the top. Sorry about that. So there's not going to be a bottom layer. So it just has a trasher here, and I just added a second one over here just to trash that much faster. It doesn't hurt anything. And so, yeah, as you can see, it's been working. It's a fully functioning machine. I know the turnover rate for like getting a new shape is longer because I have these stretches right here of space belt that just adds time, and I'm also doing each layer is being stacked on to the next layer to the next layer, instead of I could have done like stack these 2 layers, then stack these 2 layers, and then stack all those 2 together, which would have made it a little faster probably. But I think my ultimate goal is what I wanted to do when I redesign this is do like a cross pattern. So like this layer is feeding into one spot here, then the second layer will be feeding like right here. Like this part will be right there. Here, actually, I'll just do a quick, wait for the autosave. And there we go. I can just basically take this, copy that. I have a space right here. Yeah, so it's basically going to do something like this. Oh, I should probably delete that. The reason I did that was because it's going to mess up my other machine and sending like 2 signals. Don't need that. Yeah, so I was basically thinking of doing something like this. I would just clean it right up. Well, actually, I could even do it. Right, you know. And so that will eliminate some of the, did that totally backwards. Yeah, so doing a pattern like this, I think, would be the fastest, or to help speed up the MAM. The only issue with this is then, because see how much space it takes up here, that the distance that this train will still, I still have to have it through a train to get it into the hub. Or what I could do, I guess, is I could just belt it into the hub, which could take some time, because I could put like the hub in this location, or one of these corners, wherever the shape finishes, and then pops right in. But that means I would need to clean this up a little bit. I could probably fit it right here, actually. I can reroute this to go up and over and then down. And same with this. But yeah, but this is my plan to make this a little more efficient. Then I also have the idea of, right now what happens is all these shapes come in. Let's look on the full thing here. I guess just delete that for now. These shapes, these shapes, they come in and they sit right here. And so if I needed pins, they have a long travel point to get to here. So my thought is, oh, look, here we go. You can see it switch over. Here, let's watch. Yeah, look at that. I like this. It does clean up pretty quickly. But my idea for my version 2 was basically have all the shapes right here, ready to go, or on this platform, and then they just have reroute and they just go down, boom. Instead of having way down here, they are already right here. I think I can fit it into a 1x1, or the one of the things I could do is I could do a 1x2, a 1x2, you know. I think that would give me that just a little extra space there to make this fit. Because like this, one shape's coming in from the bottom, and then all these here, I can just have this one goes in right here, then this next one will go right through here, and this one through there, and I still have enough room to bring pins in, boom, 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 right in here. And that will get me my 5 inputs into here, and I can still reroute these other 3 belts up through. Same with all these. So the design look probably won't change too much. I still will end up with probably a bunch of these grids, but I'll end up with a little bit faster MAM that will end up getting me a little quicker turnover rate. And then for the coloring, I'm not sure how to handle it, honestly. I was trying to think of a similar way to that. Like I saw another YouTuber, he did dynamic mixing, where he took a platform and he got in just the your red, green, blue colors and mixed them dynamically for each one. So maybe I was thinking, well, I could maybe do like a similar thing, just make one big platform and just have the shapes get jumped into that one painter. They get painted the color, and then boom, they're out and they get checked, and then they're into the splitting function. And that way I could potentially, I think the only issue with that is I'd still end up with 6 color inputs, I think, because you'd want to have double. I'll have to check on the math, because I still think you'd want to have the volume of color to be 2 red, 2 green, 2 blues worth of color. I'll have to think about that one more. But yeah, so that's kind of my idea. And then obviously just making this just faster, less travel time from this point to this point, making it as efficient as possible, and figuring out a way to. I want to try to figure out a way to clean out these from junk shapes, because that will quicken the turnover rate, I feel like. Yeah, look, this is a belt that has junk in it. So there's one. So I've got to figure out how to make that work well. Oh, look, a first shape. I think that's a junk one though. Oh, these are correct. It's interesting to see what comes through. Anyway, yeah, so this is my MAM. I followed another YouTuber on this. Oh yeah, I think also almost just as important is how am I getting all these shapes onto this train? I think is a good idea to show you this. So I moved my MAM closer to my hub, but I built my thing way up here. I probably should have made it closer, but it's working. I haven't had any like issue. So this is how I load my trains. This is not the compactest I've redesigned another one for my version 2 that is more compact than this. Basically it does just one loading instead of this does 2. So here we'll follow these white trains. So they come in here, jump, and they sit right here. They get loaded with their shapes and the first 3 colors, and then they end up over here, boom, and they end up with the mixed colors. They load it in, and what this allows is you have each one of these. So like these pins here, they have the first one comes up and it stops again, and the second one stops again, third stops again, fourth. And what this allows for is a really quick and easy. You can make this really quick and easy to make to have all of these belts in. And I think this is also great because this allows for a lot of how do I say it? Buffer for all this loading. So these load up really fast because all this stuff on the space belts is just sitting here waiting and ready to go and load up and fill these back up. So these are like almost always full, as you can see. And then I just maximize the amount of trains I could have over here. So I have how many? 8 trains. There's a reason there's a gap right here is because of this right here. I think it's sort of this right here because of this jumper and this train stop is up here to load off that 3rd wagon, and then stops up here for the 4th. So my version 2, which I have down here, here it is. Look at that. Isn't that much cleaner? So basically what it does is just has each of the shapes coming in here, and the pins, then has one color here, and all the other colors right here. Boom. It allows you to have your 8 trains, boom, and there's no cap here anymore because I was able to, what I did instead is I had these continuous instead of having them jump, and these went under, boom, just like that. And I think this looks way better. I also think this is, I would say this is one of the best ways to load up a train with all the colors, all the shapes. I can't think of another way to do it that would be this simple. And so this is just here sitting ready to go for me to when I start my version 2 build, but this is kind of the first thing I wanted to fix and then make it a little cleaner. I think it looks awesome. I'll when I do that version 2 video, I'll have a link to this, just this part, as a full blueprint you can put down. I might even separate it into quarters, but I think I might just do one big one. Look at how much is this? Yeah, 3,752 platform units. That is a lot, but that's pretty cool. And it's cool. I didn't 65 by 36. That's pretty compact. Let's look at the other one. Actually, now I'm curious. How much space did I save? Is it? No, not right there. There we go. That's better. And then, oh wow. Oh whoops! I think I'm also selecting that. Give me a second. Whoop! Hold shift, buddy. There you go. 39 by, no, 69 by 35. There we go. Oh. No, I missed. Yeah, 39 by 36. Yeah, this is much bigger. Or 69 by 36. Goodness, can't speak. But yeah, if you're interested to know, I'm sure you guys know how to do all the other things. If you're interested to know how to get just pins, I actually just, honestly, I went to this blueprint, and this was a blueprint that someone had made to just generate pins. You just, first what you do is you load up shapes into this, how I did it anyways. You load up a shape here that has a crystal, at least on 2 sections, makes it easier, but if you got a crystal on like 3 of the sections, and then the last one just has like a random shape, what will happen is that will go through and it'll just like divide it up, and then it'll send back into this pins. And so like you're basically making full crystals, boom, 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 pinning it, and then it comes up, it separates it, breaks the crystals, then you have with the pins, and so this will then go boom, boom, and make this part here makes 3 full space belts. Of course, you need 4, so I ended up just doing this technique here, where I crystallize half a shape and then combine them together, pin them, break them, combine them back together. As simple as that, and boom, you have 4 pins. So you could do this, 4 times to get what you need. I'm not sure. I think you do actually need this many, even though it's not running, because I don't think I'm not using any pins yet, so these are just, they're idling. But yeah, so that's how you would get pins on a thing. Yeah, thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, leave me a like, comment. I really enjoy playing Shapez2. Highly recommend it. It's a fun game, especially when you get into building these, complex devices. It is a blast. I look forward to keep playing, and for the full release that hopefully will come out sometime next year or this year. Probably next year at this point. It's December. But love it. It's a great game. You guys should play it. Peace out.